Today's first reading from the book of Joshua is the scene set for us after the death of Moses. And now Joshua is about to lead the people from the desert into the promised land. These people have been in the desert for 40 years, and desert life is all they know. They are about to enter into a land which they had not tilled, and cities they have not built to dwell in. You have eaten from the vineyards and olive groves which you did not plant. Before they cross the Jordan River, Joshua reminds the people of all that God has done for them and asks for their commitment to follow God. If it does not please you to serve the Lord, decide today whom you will serve: the gods your father served beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose country you are about to dwell. As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. But the people answered, far be it from us to forsake the Lord for the service of other gods. Once the people had been in the promised land for some time, they intermarried with non-Israelites, became proud of their accomplishments, and found they could get along without God. The Israelites offended the Lord by serving false gods. Abandoning the Lord, the God of their fathers, who had led them out of the land of Egypt, they followed other gods of the various nations around them, and by their worship of their gods provoked the Lord. We are in a time of transition today when we look around us and see Catholics not practicing their faith. We have parents coming to have children baptized, but they themselves do not worship with the community. We have couples coming to us for Catholic marriage, and yet are non-practicing Catholics. We have families coming to bury their parents, but have not been in church for years. I wonder, are they handing on the faith? The phenomenon of people choosing their religion without any clue for tradition or creed in their own religion is due to the same factors found in the Israel of our first reading. Our people have inherited a world they did not build. This is true of every generation, but today this inheritance is the greatest gift any generation has received. Our people have forgotten, or more likely, never really knew what it meant to be a Catholic. Our people are devising their own religion and telling us that they are not religious, but they are spiritual. Many have problems with the institutional church, or find no community or vitality in the local church. Another observation comes from Rodney. American culture has increasingly become one united around work, not celebration. One of the chief ends of religion is celebrating life. People's quest for meaningful community celebration and for genuine community, in contrast to the distrust or in the hollowing out of encounter in many other institutions. We face the challenge today in trying to adapt to a quickly changing world. Balancing new concerns with core values is a complicated process. With the Spirit to guide us, however, and together with Christ, our community must take up the challenge with faith, hope, and love. Many people today are not choosing to join anything. We saw that the Elks had to close in Lowell because there were no new members. We see the St. Vincent de Paul or the Knights of Columbus looking for people. As a matter of fact, we see everywhere now hiring. People are not joining. I don't know where they get their monies if they're not working. But then again, they're not joining communities, even the community of the church. So it's up to you to be such a community. I see some of you out in the parking lot talking to each other. That's a good thing. I see some of you talking to each other around your benches where you are. That's a good thing too. To get to know each other is a part of making a community. And when people come and you don't see them ever, talk to them, welcome them. You have a job to do when you come here. You just think you're going to pray and worship God. That's what you do. But you also have to be here for each other. Yes, community. God calls us to community. He calls you his flock. He is the shepherd. He is the head of the community. Oh, how I wish that we would all really come to recognize the need for our community. That those people out there, I pray for them every day. The people that don't come here, I pray for them. Come. Come once again and hear us. Come once again and listen to God speak to you in the Scriptures. Come once again and hunger for the Eucharist. Come once again. That's where you take over.